Hi. This started out as a watercolour which was going on, as you can see. I couldn't be bothered to rescue it. I'm doing this for my son, who wants me to paint a picture for one of his colleagues who has worked very hard lately. And she obviously loves Padstow and rock. This is the Camel Estuary, which is on the north coast of Cornwall. On the right we've got rock, on the left down the corner we've got Padstow, and this wonderful expanse of sand and tidal waters with sandbars, and there's a famous, well now, a very popular English ale called Doom Bar, and it's brewed in rock by Sharp's Brewery. And the Doom Bar is a bar of sand beyond here, very well known. It's called Doom Bar, and they've named the beer after it. So I'll have a go. I didn't want to throw my drawing away, so that's why I'm going over in acrylic. This is we've got a load of white, cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt umber, black, yellow, mid-yellow, and yellow ochre. And we'll see how we get on. I just rough in the sky. So I've been to this area many times. The last time I was there for 2 weeks was last year. We had a family holiday with my son, and it's so gorgeous. Look it up on the internet. The Camel Estuary. There's a very famous church on the Downs here, part of the golf club, called St Enodoc, where one of our poets, John Betjeman, is buried. And there was a time when all the sand covered all of the church apart from the spire, but it was restored many years ago. And we went to a wedding there for a daughter of friends, and it was such a beautiful setting. You can imagine looking out over these downs towards the estuary, and to go to a wedding there, well, it was just incredible. So I'm going to just put in some colour here. The paper is it's not treated in any way, but I'm going to just put in a bit of red and ochre on that horizon. Plenty of white, lots of white on. It's going to take some covering. Whatever you put on the paper, you know you're going to change, so don't ever try to do a finished painting from the start. Just work around the edges and approach it with a bit of stealth. So I'll put in a bit of yellow and a bit of black, and get a bit of red in. The green. Let's just put this over here. There are a lot of buildings I'm going to show on here. I'm only going to do an impression of it, and I'll put the buildings in later. A bit of white in there. Try and get the shapes right though, because Padstonians will know that it's not quite right, they might never see it. And I can paint back down to that landscape, put a bit of bit of beach, bit of burnt umber, and just put that in there. Alright, okay. It's almost white, the sands of the sun. Okay, let's get a bit on the other side. I've got a cup of tea going here. It's been a very frustrating morning. We put the clocks back in the UK, so we get a lighter morning, darker night, but we change rooms winter to summer, and we've moved into the colder north facing lounge room. We've got a multi-fuel burner and we have that going all winter, and it's really, really nice. Now I'm just mixing up a bit of colour for the deep blue to show the deeper water across there. Pity I didn't post a video of the watercolour, but I could see I was on a hiding to nothing. No. A lot of sandbars here uncovered because of the mid-tide. I don't know if I won't be able to do this in one go, I don't think. But it doesn't matter, I'll give me 2 videos on YouTube. Okay, so let's go with a nice lighter blue in here. Once I get some paint on it, it'll be easier going, because the paper is absorbent, and I'm not using any medium for this. A bit darker there. If you want to make your blue darker, just a touch of black in with the mix. Ooh, no, that's sand. Ooh, come on. I have to amend that. I'll use a bit of water with this to help it dry quicker. And help it spread a bit. So I'm making sort of a grey blue. The sand. Now, very light. I believe this photo is off the internet, but I've got many of the sites, they're very similar, but if I show it, I could infringe copyright, so I'm just doing a version of it, based largely on memory, and just use the photo as an aid memoir. Now this is a sort of a luminous sort of blue, so let's... And I'll get my beach. In, and I'll go back and do a bit of this. But I just want to put the put this in. It needs to be lighter than that. Umber is a great beach colour. Try to keep everything soft. no hard edges. That one comes right away across there. And I might have to make the water darker so that these lights look lighter. Oops, gone in sort of blue. So we're getting somewhere now. Should be watching the rugby this afternoon, South Africa against New Zealand. And I'll be listening hopefully to a radio commentary of my football team. Let's just go over and see a bit. To wait for that to dry now. Right, there's a bit of the sky, so we've got a nice bit of blue. Just grade 8 or grade red down to that lighter horizon. Okay, that's I could put some nice light sort of clouds in here, just wafting over the downs. Now clouds are never white, there's lots of colour in cloud. Get that over there. Don't want to repeat myself in the sky. go back to that later on. Let's put in some of this cliff here, and there's some little islands on here as well, so we'll put those in. Got to get that shape right, because somebody will. So no, it's not like that. Okay, there's another island on the other side of the entrance to the. Don't worry about going over the edges. Okay. Now, want some sort of a grey sort of downs colour on here. Sounds like some scaffolding going up outside. Alright, now nondescript, sort of shadowy, ochre colour. Yeah, I'll go over thoughts of that there. Right, okay, so we'll get a lighter green. And dark. Just putting the darks in now. Remember, don't try to finish it all. Save some. And another headland there. And then we come around here. Just modelling these headlands and the cliffs. And there's sort of a hedge or something coming up here. Just get some dark. Soften that, there's no edges really, it's too distant to get anything distinct there. No, just some darker cliffs colour in here. get a basic shape. Maybe I'll use my, if I can find it, rusty thing, all the messy. Ah. Now I've got to have my tea. Right, okay, let's go back to this here. Just to keep things soft. As it dries, you can start to drag over a lot of this. So I'll just get this downs on the top there. I'm going to change the yellow. I'm going to use a lighter yellow as well. I'll show you my palette. There it is. Again, to refresh. There's the mid yellow, lemon yellow, yellow ochre. No, we take right quite of the way. Cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt umber, and so far, and black. So, a bit of lemon yellow. And a bit of white and a bit of ochre. That should give us quite a reasonable sort of colour here. And we've got a much lighter sort of ochre-y . Okay, now drag a little bit of variety over this little bit here. Right. Now just to add some moderation in here. Just a bit of sand catching the light in there. Just a little bit of outline in there, showing the shadow of the under sort of cliff bit. And we've just got a bit of a sort of a hedge or exposed rock on there, I don't know what that is. And then we've got this coming up here. And then round the corner, put that darker in there because it shows shadow. And just outline. Then we've got a dark, I'm just using pure umber. Now let's get some lighter. Well, that's sort of coming on. I'll just get that shape here. Down there. Then at the base of that, I'll put these sort of rocky bits in. Right, let's get my blue re-established here. I had this done, showing that remember the doom bar is, just soften. Right, I'm going to go back over some of this now, see if we can get some nice greeny colours. And some nice, really good dark greens on the cliffs. Well, here we've got some darks. That's where the houses can go underneath this. Nothing wrong with black. Not using black neat. I'm mixing it with a bit of red, bit of yellow. Look at the shape right of that. And then nice bit of light catching on the bit in there. Okay, got a swig of me tea. And I want to put in this beach again, very, very light, because it looks like I'm going uphill, but I'm not really. So I did draw a line across there, but a bit of white, a bit of ochre, but a load of white. Soften. Quite a few little boats, yachts and things over there on that side, but I'm going uphill, so I'm just going to drag that down a bit. I want to get this to a state of play where I've cracked it, and there won't be too much to do when I do part two. Right, that's a bit better. We get the beaches here. And then okay, let's go back with the blue now, just to I'm mixing a bit of burnt umber with the blue and some white to see what comes up. Right, well, something's happening there. Just ultramarine. You can use cobalt blue if you're happy with cobalt blue. Right. Right, I'll just go and do this. Now I've got there's a bit of water showing through the wet sand from this area here, so let's just put it in. Wet mud. Okay. Not a good move, that bit. Right, come on, just a thin brush. And that mistake up there. Let's just blew out some of this. Show a bit of distance. Right, okay. I think we could do a bit more cloud on there now. I think just a bit of yellow ochre, touch of red. I'll put a bit of shadow under there. Oops, not green. And the lower you go, the lighter blue the horizon gets. Just some distance with clouds, just. Okay. I just want to soften all the impact of those clouds. Okay, that's coming on. Just a bit more work before, and then the detail will go in on the next attack. Let's just get that sky back in there. Okay. More of a point there. I just want to lighten some of this here. Like it's very, very palest ochre-y on the edge of, with the tides coming in and rippling, I would imagine, against the sand. That actually wasn't, that's lots of boats in there, so let's just put that back there. You'll find on photographs that sometimes your horizons with the sea meets the sky are very, very clear, crisp. But if you do the crisp, they don't look right. Right. And we're going to very palest blue on these edges here. Then I'm going to go and have an afternoon off. Well, considering this was going to be a watercolour, so we had some fun with it. Right, let's get some darker. Just putting in the shallower bits of sea. Okay. Oh, my wrists are hurting now. Oh, I should just reinstate that bit there. Yellow, burnt umber, and lots of white. And we'll put a bit of dark blue just on the edges of show just a bit of a shadow cast on, or reflection. Oh, wrist. It's quite hard work doing all this, believe you me. If you've not tried it. Right, I'm going to call that a day. So I hope you enjoy the promise of this one anyway. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.